Power Book 4, Force Season 3 Episode 2 delivers one of the biggest betrayals in the entire Tommy Egan storyline. In this full 9-minute breakdown, we analyze every major scene, the hidden clues behind the twist, the identity of the mole destroying Tommy's empire from the inside, and what this cliffhanger means for Season 3 moving forward. If you're a fan of the Power Universe, Ghost, or Tommy's Chicago Takeover, this is your ultimate explanation of Episode 2. Chicago, a city where loyalty is currency, betrayal is routine, and power shifts every single night. And in Power Book 4, Force Season 3 Episode 2, Tommy Egan learns a brutal lesson: the biggest threat isn't the streets, it's the person standing right beside him. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the shocking betrayal in Episode 2, how it happened, who's responsible, what hints the writers planted, and how this twist changes the entire season moving forward. Strap in, because this is one of the most strategic and devastating betrayals Tommy has ever faced. Episode 2 opens with Tommy on the rise. He's reorganizing his distribution lines, securing loyalty from new crews, and strengthening the pipeline that he's been building since Season 1. For once, things feel like they're moving smoothly. But the episode immediately shows us that something is off. Shipments are arriving late. Certain deals fall apart without explanation. Factions in Chicago are suddenly acting like they know Tommy's next move, before he even makes it. It feels like coincidence, until it doesn't. A rival crew who shouldn't know Tommy's route suddenly intercepts a drop. A meeting spot gets compromised even though only a handful of people knew about it. And Tommy starts noticing people watching him, not with fear, but confidence. Something is wrong. Something is leaking. The tension builds as Episode 2 shows Tommy tightening his circle. He starts questioning his partners. He starts double-checking every move. He even starts running small tests, switching meeting times, changing delivery routes, and giving different people different pieces of information. But despite all of this, the enemy still stays one step ahead. This part of the episode is shot in a clever way. The camera follows Tommy from behind, emphasizing that someone is watching him. There is a mole in Tommy's inner circle. But Episode 2 does something brilliant: it doesn't reveal the traitor immediately. Instead, it gives us multiple suspects. Is it one of Tommy's lieutenants? Or is it someone pretending to be on Tommy's side while secretly playing the long game? The episode keeps the audience guessing, until the final act. This is where the episode explodes. In the final stretch, Tommy sets up a quiet, low-profile operation, something only one person in his crew knows about. This is the trap. This is where the truth reveals itself. And sure enough, the rival crew shows up at the exact location, at the exact time, ready to execute the perfect ambush. Tommy escapes, barely. But he doesn't leave empty-handed. He leaves with one answer. The mole is someone close. Very close. The shocking twist confirms that Tommy's trusted ally, someone he believed was loyal, has been secretly feeding information to a rival faction for weeks. Not small details. Not random chatter. But complete operational intelligence. This isn't betrayal driven by fear. This is betrayal driven by strategy. The rival crew isn't trying to slow Tommy down. They're trying to erase him from Chicago completely. And the traitor didn't just hand them information, they shaped Tommy's downfall from the inside. This is the kind of twist that shakes the entire season. The episode heavily implies the mole's motives, but doesn't reveal them fully. Or is this a long-planned betrayal dating back to last season? Tommy is blindsided, not because he didn't expect enemies, but because he never expected this person to turn on him. This betrayal attacks Tommy's biggest weakness: he trusts fast. But he forgives slowly. And he forgets never. This twist sets up a season where Tommy's rage is personal, calculated, and fueled by betrayal. Here's what fans should expect next: Tommy goes into full hunter mode. Once he starts hunting the traitor, he won't stop until the truth is uncovered, and blood is spilled. The rival faction gains momentum. They now have info, confidence, and the belief that Tommy is vulnerable. Chicago is heading toward a full-scale drug war. This isn't just business. This is war. The mole's identity and true motive will shape the season. Their betrayal may connect to a returning character, an unseen enemy, a secret power play, or a hidden agenda from earlier seasons. Tommy's alliances will shift dramatically. The few people he still trusts, he might not trust for long. Episode 2 sets up a season where Tommy must rebuild his empire from a place of anger, distrust, and survival. Power Book 4, Force Season 3 Episode 2 didn't just deliver a twist. It delivered a complete shift in the game. A trusted ally has become the deadliest enemy. A rival crew is aiming for absolute domination. And Tommy Egan is about to bring a level of vengeance Chicago has never seen. If you thought this season was already intense, Episode 3 is going to raise the stakes higher than ever. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay locked in, because we'll be breaking down every twist as the season unfolds. This season, Tommy Egan is on one, and while it may be extremely entertaining, his list of adversaries is getting longer by the moment. Furthermore, I didn't think it could grow any longer than it was. When everything is said and done, Tommy usually gets what he wants, but he should exercise caution since Chicago isn't New York, and if things go south, there might not be anyone to support him. Tommy is usually 10 steps ahead of his adversaries, but it seems like he is so focused at the moment that he is blind to the actual snakes that are already setting up camp in his lawn. It took him a minute to realize that Vic was lying to him, but once he did, he made the decision that keeping Vic alive was more important than killing him, a risk that may ultimately pay off. Vic is a lone wolf with very nothing to look forward to in life, but he is also the least trustworthy guy on this program, which is really saying something. Moving out of town and beginning a new life was the one small advantage he had. And Tommy and Diamond took that away from him. So, when they pursue Beth just before they permanently put him down, it's either work with them or live with the guilt. Tommy is taking a chance with Vic, but he's also encountered a lot of Vics in the past. His back is against the wall, and given his upbringing, it's preferable to work for Tommy and Diamond rather than the opposition if you're going to be someone's little snitch. Additionally, Tommy might offer him a longer respite if he gets enough of Stacy. If you're Vic, it's worth a try even though it's unlikely. It felt like a well-known power cliché to have an ear within the task force. Vic doesn't really know anything, so it's a little different this time, but simply giving Stacy false information and then giving Tommy accurate information caused a weird chain reaction that will persist for some time. However, Vic has put himself in a difficult situation because Stacy is not stupid and Tommy doesn't really care if she catches him and puts him in jail or does anything else. Vic will be used by him for as long as possible before being discarded when he is no longer needed. You would think Vic would seek to undermine Tommy for that reason alone, but we've seen how Tommy and Vic have traditionally interacted. Although Stacy may not be aware of it, trying to gain leverage on her is the right course of action, and her political ambitions will probably bring her further problems in her career. In addition, it has completely destroyed her personal life. Given that Stacy and Bobby's marriage was essentially DOA from the moment it was revealed to us, that isn't really fair.